Check this out, I just snagged our first red noodle beans. How awesome is that? Hopefully we'll get a few more before the season's over, but I think I'm gonna give these to the kiddos, see if they'll try them. Are you ready? I got something.
What?
Red noodle beans.
Those look like noodles.
Yeah, that's why they're called red noodle beans.
Oh. Well, there goes that Pokemon.
Welcome back to the Citystead, everyone. I am Josh, and today I'm going to take you along as I do one of my normal routine Karens for the worm bin. So you guys might remember earlier this year we started a worm bin. I built the DIY 3 style bin using Rubbermaid totes. And there's not a lot of exciting stuff to show you about worms, but I thought maybe I would just show you my normal care routine for them. What I do on a basis when I feed them to kind of keep them happy and thriving. Alright, you want to feed the worms?
Oh yeah, worm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Alright, open that up. Alright, now lift out that cardboard.
There. Worm! Where are the worms?
You want to see where the worms are?
Here's one.
Watch this.
What's that? White thing. They're inside. They're inside. What's that white thing crawling around? I want to see it.
Look in there.
You got that white thing crawling around. What is it?
Right there. Look at all those worms.
I regret asking to look.
Why do you regret it? It's just worms.
Goodbye.
So you can see 2 of the 3 kids are not really into the worms, but the little guy who's actually sleeping right now actually likes doing the worm stuff. But I had to get this done because I got all this stuff here waiting to get fed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed them. I got a bunch of stuff here. We're kind of doing like our monthly kind of fill. So like I got some shredded cardboard in here. It's all full of shredded cardboard. I got a little bit of sand because I'm gonna give them sand in there to help with the grit. They're kind of like chickens where they sort of have like gills, and that's how they break food down, is they got to get grit in there. So you got to have grit. I do a sand, and then I got some eggshells here, and I'm going to crush those up. Ideally, you probably want to put them in a blender and kind of powder them almost, like get them real fine, but I'm just going to do a hand crush on these because I'm also adding the sand, which will help them. It'll just take them longer to break it down if you don't smash the eggs up really good. And then in here is the winner of all food right here. This is what they love the most. This is kitchen scraps, and this is about a few days worth of kitchen scraps, and we're gonna throw those in there. That's gonna be the food. I kind of let it sit a day or two, kind of start breaking down, rotting a little bit, because they really like the rotten stuff more. They'll wait and eat the other stuff later. So that's what I've noticed personally. So I kind of give it a day now to sit. So now let's head on over to the worm bin. I'm going to show you how we're going to put all of this stuff in there, mix it into the soil that's already in there. Let's do it. Alright, so here we go. Got all our stuff over here at the worm bin. Boy already opened it, but then he decided it needed to be closed because he didn't want the worms to get sunburnt. So thoughtful. Alright, ready? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dig down in here.
Whoa, look at all those worms.
To the almost bottom. Yeah, look at all those worms.
Yeah, so many. You got some nice worms.
So we're going to do that on half. We're going to take our cardboard scraps, but we're going to sprinkle some in there. We're going to take a little bit of sand.
Is it all over the cardboard?
Yep. And we're going to take a couple eggs. We're going to crush them up.
And put them in there?
Yeah. then take a little bit of our food scraps. And we're gonna put the food scraps in there. That nice squished up banana, they'll love that. We got a tomato, an avocado pit, all stuff they like. Look at that, mango, and a lemon. All right, we'll push a little bit of the soil back over it. And then we're gonna do another.
Then they'll eat it all.
Yeah, they're gonna eat it all. Crush up some more egg, shells. Do a little bit more food. And a little bit more sand.
And is that it?
That's it. And then we'll take this and we push it back over top. And then they'll go down in there and they'll eat all that stuff again. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this other side. So we're gonna take this side out now.
They'll eat on it. I'm gonna do the same thing?
Yep. All right. So what did we say? First step?
Yeah.
Cardboard. Do you want to dump it in there?
Yeah.
All right. Dump it in there.
Hide it.
All right.
Hide it.
Yes.
Sand. I want to put sand.
All right. Put a little bit of sand. Don't dump it all. Okay. Try to be careful with it. Okay. You can do a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more over here. All right. That's good. Good job. What does Sissy want to help with?
I want to crush up an egg.
You want to crush up an egg? Okay. Grab it. Squeeze it tight.
I want to crush an egg.
You want to crush an egg?
Yeah.
All right, I won't touch it because I got dirty hands. Crush it over top the bin here. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Try to get as many little pieces as possible.
I want more. I want some more.
All right, you got more cardboard to put in there.
Yeah.
I want to put some cardboard.
Yeah, put it.
Just finish it off. Put all that cardboard.
Sand. There. That's better.
All right, we're gonna put a little food.
I don't want food.
No? You don't want to touch the slimy, yucky food?
Ew, Daddy.
This is what they.
What about that last eggshell?
It's gonna go in there. See, we're gonna put a little bit of dirt over it.
I don't want to put it.
Oh, Evie, you knocked over the sand.
Now we need a little more sand.
I want
I want
that.
All right, you do it. Squeeze the egg. Crush it up good. Oh, you gotta get those pieces. Crush it up real good like that. Squeeze it tight. As many pieces as you can. All right, you want to sprinkle some sand over top of it all?
You sprinkle
Perfect.
sand down with it on one of the
All right, and we'll give it a little more of this food scrap.
You get.
That's what it likes to eat. They
I
love
would
it.
hate to be a worm.
Really? Because they love eating all that good stuff. Look at how happy they are. Look at this one's smiling, I think.
Daddy.
He says, "Here, hold me. Hold me.
Daddy.
I'll be your best friend. I'm your pet." You want to hold him?
No.
How about give him a kiss?
No.
I'd rather hold him than give him a kiss.
All right, now they're gonna go to town. Whoop, that's good. We don't have any more. We got enough. I think we put half of that in there. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That
All right.
Yup. Ouch.
Everything's good. Now we just cover it all back over.
And then put lid on.
And well, the cardboard goes back on top first. So that is kind of the routine. We dig down as far to the bottom as we can. We fill it with cardboard. We fill it with a little bit of sand for the grit, a little bit of eggshell, and then some food scraps. Put a little more dirt over top of it, and we kind of do the same thing again, those same layers, and then we push all the dirt over top of it. Now I want to make sure I don't have anything exposed on the top here, any of that fruit or stuff, because it makes it really smell. So by burying the fruit down in that soil, you know, eliminates any kind of smell that you might get from it, any of that moldy type, you know, rotten food scrap smell.
Yep. Hey.
Are you in super ham mode today or what?
Where are you?
Who, me? I'm right here.
Oh, hey.
Who wants to eat this?
Oh yeah, me.
Alright, go eat it.
Dad, do you want any?
Sure.
Yeah.
Everett's just gonna eat the lettuce.
Yum. See what I have to deal with all the time? So as you guys can see, this is the black gold that we're working with. These worms have really been doing an awesome job. This bin has been full of food scraps and cardboard for close to 3 months now. This is what they've been making as a result of it. And you can see how well they are, how compacted they are in there. Every time I move my hand in here, there are worms. So they are just jamming away in here. So something you might have noticed when we opened the lid was that we had a piece of cardboard in here. And I've been doing that because I've noticed it really helps retain the moisture in the soil. And what you want is kind of soil that when you clump it together, it stays clumped. It doesn't crumble all apart, but also that it's not wet, that when you squeeze it, actually water comes out. So what I find is putting that cardboard over top of it and just kind of keeping it somewhat wet. Every few days I just open it up, pour a little water on it, make sure the cardboard stays wet. And it really helps keep this soil at a very good moisture level. It also has a second benefit in the fact that, well, as you can see, worms love cardboard. So if I miss a couple days and I don't get enough food scraps in there for them, they come up, they can just eat on this cardboard. And it's just another benefit of having it in here is that it gives them another food source if I, get slacking a little bit on the worm bin. All right, E's gonna do the water in here, close it all down. Cardboard goes back on top of the bin, and then we just pour a little pail of water, soak it all over.
Do I do it all of it?
Yep, just do the whole thing. And then another thing I do is that bottom bin there, I will check it every few weeks, and I'll take that water out of it and I'll just dump it directly on something in the garden. So maybe I'll just pour it directly on some tomatoes or something. I'm not diluting it at all. I'm just using the high concentration out of that, kind of like a compost tea, a worm compost tea, and I just put it on one of these plants, and so far they've been liking it. So that's been my method of how I do it. All good? Mm-hmm. So you got to throw the lid on it, we're done. And that is all we do for care of the worm bin. Well, that was my everyday kind of care. We do that probably every other week. 2 or 3 weeks I do that full routine. Normally it's every few days I come out here and I just check food levels. If there's not any scraps in there, I grab some scraps from the kitchen, I throw them in there. So I only tried to do vegetable and fruit scraps. I haven't tried any other kind of scraps yet, but we might experiment more with trying to see what else they'll actually break down and use in there. But so far, that's all we've been doing. So pretty simple thing, guys. If I can do it with my crazy work schedule and sometimes being out of town, it's definitely something anybody can do. Taking care of worms is super, super easy. Very simple, way better starter thing than any other animal you could get on your homestead. And you've seen the quality of that soil that we got, and we are going to be planting, doing our starts in that next year when it comes to it. I am really excited because we are going to have some gangbusters plants, I think, for next year when we start them in that beautiful, beautiful soil. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned a little bit of something. And I gotta go take these kids for a walk because that's what they want to do. So remember, guys, be bold, grow bold, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.